Hey y'all, my name's Proncey. I kind of introduced myself on another video, but this is the very first one. Introduce myself to you. Welcome to my shop here at the Proncey Rosa. Tyson wanting to get in on the act right to begin with, I guess. I have no idea what I'm doing. YouTube is something new to me, and so is TikTok and all that, but trying to figure it out. But it's a cold January day here in Alabama. Yes, it gets cold in Alabama, and we're about to be, I think, under a winter storm watch that's coming in. So trying to get kind of everything, batten down the hatches, if you will. We're not really prepared for cold weather around here. So trying to get some things done here around the shop, and one of those, I told you what I do in the shop here is just whatever comes up, whatever's necessary, and I learn and figure it out as I go. Not an expert, complete amateur and novice at everything I'm trying to do. So the problem at the moment is a generator, because if the power goes off, we're in an ice storm the next 3 days, and the power goes off. I've done some preparations to the house to hook that generator up and to survive, but last night the generator, when I tried to start it, playing games with me. So we're gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna shoot a little bit of video of me trying to figure that out, and we'll just see what happens. See if we can figure it out and get that thing working. So again, welcome to the shop. My name's Proncey. Let's see what's going on today. So here we are in the tool room of my shop, and that's the problem child today. So Husky generator. Had it for years and years. You can see it's dusty and dirty from normal wear and tear. It's 5,000 watt or whatever. Let's see what it is. Yeah, 5,000 running watts. Little portable generator, but kind of couldn't get it to start yesterday evening, so I popped the gas line there. What I mean by that is this little inline filter, and the maybe you can see the tip of that filter broke off in the line. So those lines are a little bit brittle, old. Lord knows how old that is. So ran up the local AutoZone. Got ourselves a receipt there from new gas line. The filter, some new clamps, because the ones that were on there are these little metal clip, hard clip ones that are, as you can see, rusted. That's the last of the 3 or 4 I popped off, but each of them broke as it came off. So hopefully these will renew it and do a little better job. So that's the first project. See if I can get the gas line hooked back up. Hopefully that will be a problem, our main problem. But before that, even I got the feeling that the fuel that's in this, I start it every couple of months just to make sure that it runs, but the feeling the fuel that's in that not too good. So even though I put some stay built, that kind of thing in it, it's obviously not starting. So first problem is probably the fuel problem. I'm just trying to figure it out. So if you got an idea, please let me know. But I'm gonna work down here and see if I can maybe drain the gas side of it, the old gas, and then hook the new lines up, some new fuel, and see if she'll start. I'll check back in a minute. All right, so here's what we're gonna do first, is see if we can get the old gas out of this thing. So this is just an old gas can, a funnel, so I don't get it up here where I can get some distance on it there. It's got a valve here, turn the gas on, which would normally send it to the carburetor. See if we can drain some of this fuel into this can. So let's let that run a minute. See if we can get some of this old gas out of it. It's just working pretty good. Problem is, could be a problem, is this is only about a gallon and a half jug. And I don't really know how much is in this tank. But shaking it, it feels like it's more than that, so wish me luck here. We'll see what happens. Okay, so once that's working pretty good. Once the fuel's drained out of this thing, I'll prop just the front edge of it up so I get a little more slant on the gas tank. The old fuel out of it, I'm gonna replace that entire hose from the valve there back over to the carburetor where it connects. It's pretty simple. It's about a foot between that valve and where it connects to the carburetor. So figure about 14 inches of hose, give me a little slack, and the filter goes somewhere right in the middle. So we'll connect that accordingly, but while that's draining, we'll work on the hose cut and the filter attached to the hose. All right, no fancy tripods or anything like that right at the moment, so bear with me here. Got this hose down to about 14 inches. So we get the right length. And here's some of our clippers we got over here. Nothing more than some tin snips. May not be the proper tool, but it will work. So I bought about two foot of hose just to make sure I had enough. About 14, it should be plenty. Looks like about, yeah, it was in about halfway. Where that filter before was. I'm going to try to put it on a very similar location again. And I know it could still be electrical problem or multitude of things here with this. It's just a little STP inline fuel filter. Certainly nothing fancy about it, but thought it was better than this one. Doesn't really even seem like it's got a filter in it at all. It's more of just a look through so you can see the fuel flowing. And so we'll plug these in here. See if we can. Yep, it's good. Got these new clamps. Which I'm not too crazy about these sort of clamps. I'm sure one of y'all know the name of them. These basically are hose clamps, sorted all kinds of different sizes. You can get them in, obviously. And from a manufacturing standpoint, obviously there's some a whole lot better than others. I don't guess it matters about the brand on this here at all, but they just seem like they're pretty just generic brand of hose clamps. And hopefully I can just use a basic screwdriver here without having to, I may get out the heavy duty DeWalt wrench, but shouldn't need that on this. Matter of fact, Sometimes I kind of overload my behind with that. Blow it up, if you know what I mean. That's probably why these things would stretch out if you put too much pressure on them. No, excuse me. They're not really designed to hold a ton of weight anyway. So I'm just going to kind of get these in place, leave them loose enough that I can get the filter in and out. Those as I need, go ahead and attach it to this one, but slip it together as we get on the generator over there working. And it looks like it's just about through draining the fuel out, so getting pretty close to putting it back. Obviously, clamp on each end near the valve, near the filter. One to hold the other edge of this onto the filter. And then we'll have a final clamp that's down at the basic nexus to the carburetor. And should be pretty simple, easy greasy. So see if I can get that over to the generator itself once I make sure old fuel's out of here, and then we'll go from there. So can you see my face now? Does that matter? Talk to you in a minute. Okay, so I know this is not hard for most of you, believe, but this is a little more complicated than I thought. Once it's got down here trying to put the hose back on, the end that connects to the carburetor it's so tight in there you can't get a wrench in there. So I'm going to pull some things off here to get to it, and I'll flip around here and show you what that looks like. Maybe not. Okay, so again, just to kind of explain here, we got the upper end attached to the valve in there. It's pretty tight quarters too, by the way. I had to be really careful getting that old hose off. It was dry rotted on there because I didn't want to break another plastic piece like that filter was. This valve here would probably be a little harder to find than this. I'd have to get on the old intro net and find it. So very careful getting that on there. And now we still need to attach this end of the hose to the carburetor here. But to do that, it is very tight quarters in here to get in there and attach this hose where it needs to be. So it's down behind this air box. When I say the air box, there's a filter that goes in there, which looks like garbage, by the way, and the cover here, which I've already popped off. So I got the cover off. It looks like there's one bolt at the moment holding that. Get this cover off. I think we can then tighten up the hose on that and get it all put back together. So give me a minute, let's see what happens. Okay, wrong again. So there was one bolt that we saw there, but there was another one here at the bottom holding this front cover on. And then around the corner, there was a third one here, both of those holding it to the carburetor. So they got 1, 2, 3, and there is this line attached back here, which seems, both ends don't seem to want to pop out of there. But with all that said, I was able to tilt this enough that we're going to be able to get in here, get our new hose on, and get the new clamp on. So let me see if I can make that happen, and we'll be back. Okay, so we're able to get in there. Had to get a little handy dandy itsy bitsy socket to go on that 1/4" drive, and get on that little bitty instead of a screwdriver for those. Turns out that this ratchet worked better, actually. Get in there and tighten those up. So now we got it attached to our fuel valve, on and off valve up under there, the new filter, down to the carburetor. And now we're going to attach this box back without busting or breaking anything. Get the cover back on it, and we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so got the box back on. Got that clamp down in that hole. Get the filter on. And realized I made a whoopsie. I know this is shocking, and if y'all saw it, you should have told me. You probably can't see it in the video, but if you look on that filter, there's an arrow that shows the direction the fuel should be flowing, and it's that way, which is the way we wanted to go. First time I put it on, we were backwards. So it's an Alabama word. Had it going the wrong way, so had to flip that around. Luckily, I noticed it just before I turned the fuel onto it. So did turn the fuel valve on, put some new fresh gas in that bad boy. So it's filled up flowing good. Filled up the filter there pretty quick. And now let's, we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so after some foolishness, that bottom connector, the hose clamp, so I told you those things are aggravating. After I got all that put back together, with the little wrench in there behind it, when I turned the fuel to it, it began to leak. So I had to pull it back off, take that all back apart, get it off, put the clamp back on there again, get it right, put it all back together, and now we're ready to see if this bad boy will start. So, put it all back together. It's got a little power switch. Choke it all the way. Wish me luck. So that was the sweet sound of victory for 16 bucks. Instead of taking that bad boy to my handy dandy local small engine repair guy and spending Lord knows what on them doing their job because they're skilled, they know what they're doing. I always give it a shot myself, and I encourage you to do the same. 16 bucks. For the hose, clamps, little filter, $5. So a total of $16, and my aggravation, about an hour's worth of work there, I guess. I don't know, may not have been that long. Of draining the fuel, new hose, new filter. Check, make sure it's got spark, it's got air, it's got fuel. Pull the cord, and we're off and running again. So now winter weather's coming in, and hopefully y'all will have, if the power goes out, I'll have generator power to plug to my electrical box up there and actually keep the freezers and the fridge and all those important things going. Might even run the internet. So with that little bad boy right there, for 5,000 watts goes a lot further than you think if you shut off other stuff. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned something. Put in the comments, jump in my commentary. Subscribe, because I'm going to be just piddling and learning things with you. And as you can see, I've got all sorts of things around here to piddle with. So we'll see what happens next. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. I'm Proncey here at the Proncey Rosa.